The 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A toss to Cook. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Rivers hands off to Eckler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Derek Watt, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Let's go deep, tight.
Off of play action, it's McSorley toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Following the penalty, Abdullah. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Wait, 20. Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. The Charger drive about to get going.
Walk 54. Hey, check.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action now with McSorley, escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Right there. Hey, orbit. 54 Mike. Stop your whining. Come. Shoot.
On 3rd down, it's McSorley. He's got a man. It's Williams. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Get.
They'll try the right side with Eckler, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. 18 Gator. And ready.
Here we go. 54's Mike.
And 5.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Josh Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
How about the throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is
looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Mattison, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing is McSorley. Flushed out right. He'll get this to Eckler. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
On the set.
Right there, right there.
Go, go.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now.
Throwing again on second down. McSorley. He's going to look deep down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So after the INT, it's Brady. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw is Brady. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one unless there's another defensive penalty.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check, crunch, 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 slam, slam. Hatchet.
Hey, 166.
They run. Adelia hammering for the goal line. He loses the football and picked up by the Chargers. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20. 10, 5, and he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, come on, no, come on, no. Hey, go.
They'll throw now on the final play toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's Eckler again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A give. Eckler running to the right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. 3rd down, they're going to throw for it with McSorley. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Wait, that 380. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
Running on first down, Eckler. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, it's McSorley. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's McSorley now, 3rd and long. And it's a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with, a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers markers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, 66.
From the 29, Brady. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10. At the Chargers' 24-yard.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down. To throw, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
Brings up second and 8 at the 47-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Play action. Now it's Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Josh Gordon with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Once more, here's Eckler. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll run here with Eckler, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Okay, ready?
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Move.
Think you gonna get this, boys? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Hit it.
Now McSorley. Aguilar has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run on first down with Jackson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Going on the ground with Eckler, and this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. McSorley sets to pass. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
72. Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
Again, it's Abdullah. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision.
Number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking, they think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year.